All rise. Support court with Judge Vanda B is now in session. Judge, this is case number JVB1067, Daniel's case.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You may be seated. Okay, it looks like Miss Daniels brought this case before the court. And what's your name, sir?
Michael.
All right. Michael, well, what's your last name? I don't want to call you by your first name.
Clough.
Michael Clough. All right, Mr. Clough. It looks as though you were brought to court
Unwillingly, if I may add.
to be put on child support, but
Right.
she's not here.
She's never here, Your Honor. She never shows up.
Welcome back to Judge Zone, where we break down courtroom drama, one gavel slam at a time. If you're into real-life legal stories that make you laugh, gasp, and sometimes shake your head, you're in the right place. Today we're diving into a wild ride of a child support case that left more questions than answers. Let's get into it, and don't forget to subscribe to Judge Zone for more courtroom commentary like this. Our case today comes straight out of a real support court session. Judge Vanda B presiding. The courtroom opens with the usual formality, but the case? Anything but usual. A man named Michael Clough finds himself in court, apparently unwillingly, facing a child support claim filed by a woman named Ms. Daniels. Except Ms. Daniels didn't show up. Again. According to Mr. Clough, she never shows up. Not to court, not to anything.
All right, so tell me what's going on. Well, you know she brought you here for you to pay child support. So
Right.
what's going on with you all's situation?
I mean, not too long ago, she dropped the kids off. She was in a strange vehicle, saying she was about to come up on some money, and I haven't seen her since, Your Honor.
Okay.
And I'm taking care of these kids. I got to go to work. I can't, they my kids. I had them, I made them, but, I got to go to work.
Okay. How many kids are we talking?
5.
5 kids? She dropped out 5 kids with you?
5 kids, Your Honor. No
And
clothes,
kept going.
no nothing.
Who was
kept
driving
going.
the car? Could you see?
I couldn't see. You know how it is.
Judge Vanda B is calm but direct, wanting to understand the situation. Michael begins explaining that just 2 months ago, Ms. Daniels dropped off not 1, not 2, but 5 children with him, then vanished. According to him, she pulled up in a suspicious-looking Cutlass with 20-inch rims, said she was about to come up on some money, and drove off into the sunset. He hasn't seen her since. Even more shocking, all 5 kids were packed into the car, no car seats stacked on each other's laps. The youngest didn't even have diapers. Michael had to call his own mom for help, and when she couldn't, he stepped up.
No, I don't.
Maybe you don't.
Tell me what you mean.
I mean, these women get with these strange guys, and they give them this false hope. And so she was in some kind of old Cutlass with some 20s on it, and she rode off in the sunset. Haven't seen her since.
And all 5 of the kids were in that car?
All 5 of them sitting on each other's lap.
Wow.
Yeah, it was bad.
Oh my gosh. Are any of the kids in car seats or should be in car seats?
No car seats. My youngest kid didn't even have any diapers, Your Honor. I called my mom and asked her. She said no, so I had to do what I had to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how long ago did that happen?
Like 2 months ago.
2 months?
2 months ago.
Now, if you're thinking, well, maybe she's checking in by phone? No. Michael says he's texted her multiple times. Total radio silence. The only communication? A letter in the mail summoning him to court for child support. Yes, you heard that right. She dropped off the kids, disappeared, and then tried to sue him for money. That's where Judge Vanda B comes in, trying to make sense of it all.
Have you heard from her at all?
Haven't heard from her at all. I sent her some texts when I got the letter about coming to court, but
Right.
I haven't heard anything since.
Okay. Did she tell you she was going to bring you to court for child support?
She did. And then she dropped the kids off, and I haven't seen her since.
Okay. So what was the conflict? Like, what happened for you all to get to the point to where she said, I'm going to file child support on you?
Michael says he's doing the best he can. He works at McDonald's as a cook, not in management, just flipping burgers and trying to keep things afloat. He provides everything for the kids, health insurance, food, clothes, everything, and still makes it to work. Before she disappeared, Ms. Daniels told him that the $500 a week he was sending wasn't enough. She wanted $2,000 a week, which is more than some doctors make, and he simply couldn't afford it. That's when things took a turn.
Well, I was working out of town, Your Honor, and I was sending her about $500 a week, but she wasn't satisfied with that. She felt like she should have $2,000 a week, and I just couldn't do it, Your Honor. I couldn't survive off giving her that much money, and you know, I tried to work it out with her, and then I ended up getting a letter in the mail, which I thought was crazy.
Okay. Are the kids on any type of government assistance or anything?
No, ma'am, Your Honor. I pay for everything.
Okay, you
Yes,
pay for
ma'am.
health insurance and everything like that?
All of it, all of it. And I work at McDonald's, Your Honor. I can't afford that, you know. 5 kids, McDonald's salary. It's hard out here.
Okay.
When asked about government assistance, Michael says none of the kids are on it. He's footing the entire bill solo. Judge Van de Bie seems both surprised and impressed, especially when Michael casually mentions he's probably the best cook in town. In a moment of levity, the judge jokes about hiring him for a private dinner, but things quickly take a strange turn. When asked if he does private cooking, Michael says he does, but what he cooks might not be husband approved. The courtroom laughs, but Judge Van de Bie quickly shifts gears.
So you're in management?
No, I work on the line. I'm a cook.
Oh, okay. Okay,
Yes,
got
ma'am.
you.
Best
All right.
cook out here.
I know that's right.
Yeah.
Too bad I don't eat at McDonald's, otherwise I'll put your cooking skills to the test.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Yeah, but you cook other stuff, right? You can cook outside of
Oh, yeah,
what
I
you
cook
making.
other stuff outside of work.
Okay, all right. You do like private in-home stuff, so like if me and my husband needed a private chef,
no,
you could
you
do
and
that?
Your husband don't want the stuff I cook, Your Honor.
What you cook?
I'm not at liberty to discuss that in the courtroom right now.
Oh,
Yes.
okay, got you.
Right.
Right, okay.
If you know what I mean.
I don't know what you mean, but you know what? I don't even want to know.
Yeah, you probably don't.
Okay, all right.
She then moves to dismiss the case entirely, noting that the mother still has the right to refile in the future, if she ever shows up. But the twist isn't over.
All right, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and dismiss this case.
I appreciate that.
No
I
problem.
left them in the car, so, you know, I really do got to get back out there.
You left them by themselves?
What a dog watching them.
There's a dog watching the kids in the
Yeah,
car.
the dog watching.
Is it like a German Shepherd? I have a German Shepherd.
No, it's a poodle, but he's trained to watch the kids.
So you left the poodle with the kids.
Yeah, the kids, yeah.
How old is the oldest child?
11.
Well, I guess that's not too bad. How old is the youngest child?
2.
Oh, okay. It's not too bad, but
Yeah.
let me hurry up and get you out of here so you can go back and get with those kids.
Michael reveals he left the kids in the car outside the courtroom, being watched over by a poodle. Yes, a poodle trained to watch the scene, as he put it. Judge Van de Bie looks stunned. The oldest child is 11. The youngest? 2. Not ideal babysitting conditions.
Kids,
I
okay?
appreciate that, Your
So
Honor.
we're going to dismiss this case. Now, she does have the right, if she wants to refile it in the future.
Right.
That's not saying that she will get what she's looking for, but she does have the right to do that. I just want to make sure that you understand that.
Right. Well, I don't think she'll show up anytime soon. She went to Miami to get a BBL, so.
What's a BBL?
It's where, you know, they take the fat from the stomach and put it in the butt. Yeah.
Oh,
So I
so
don't
like
know.
plastic surgery?
I guess. I mean,
As if the story couldn't get any wilder, Michael casually mentions that Ms. Daniels might be in Miami getting a BBL. That's a Brazilian butt lift for those who don't know. Apparently, she posted a picture at the airport, one of a dozen women in wheelchairs fresh from surgery. Judge Van de Bie wraps it up, probably wondering what kind of reality show she just witnessed. The case is dismissed. Michael is free to go, back to the car, back to his kids, back to real life.
I seen a picture. It was 10 or 12 of them in wheelchairs at the airport, so.
Okay, well,
I
all
think we in
right.
the wrong business, you know?
Maybe so. I need to be one of those doctors.
Right.
Okay. Well, Mr. Clough, if there is nothing further, you are free to leave and get to the car to get with those kids, okay?
Right. I'm gonna get there right now. I
All right.
appreciate it, young.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And that's a wrap on one of the wildest child support cases we've ever reviewed. From cutlasses and poodles to BBLs and burgers, this one had it all. If you like this breakdown, smash that like button and subscribe to Judge Zone, where the court is always in session and the stories are always unforgettable. Until next time, keep your eyes on the gavel and your snacks ready, because Judge Zone is bringing the courtroom straight to you. Stay tuned. Stay judgmental.